Hey guys, TheReverendworm here. Welcome to episode 11 of Worm's Way. And today I'm going to be building the second part of my entrance, the walkways and boat dock. But first, I'm going to, show you what I've done to the courtyard a little bit. And before that, I better get down there and sleep. So, check that out. Pretty good fall, and I didn't take very much damage because I have feather falling boots. I, just decided to enchant a little bit of my armor and ended up with these, and they have been very useful and fun. They pretty much reduce the falling damage a pretty good ways. I think it cuts 2/3 of it out with feather falling too. And I've been wearing that around here because I have this nasty habit of just falling off. And I've actually killed myself a few times. Falling off here is actually not enough to kill me, but if I haven't been watching my hunger, my items end up splattered all over the floor down there. So these have been a big help with that, especially laying out these pathways. I've got, the general design. I'm going to have these nice white slabs going around there. And over on both sides, I'm going to have some towers here, some buildings. I think these are probably where I'm going to have my farms. I'd say in this building I'm going to try to have pretty much a multi-purpose farm to give me all the essentials automatically and simply. So that's a future project. Over here in pretty much this whole area, this is going to be my palace. The throne room, entryway, my personal bedroom, storage room, all that good stuff. And as soon as I get some kind of storage room started, this this fun little grass hutch that has been here for so long is going. It's the first thing to go because it is looking very out of place here in my courtyard now. But yeah, like I said, what we're working on today is going to be this bit of an entryway, and I've already laid out all the pistons. This is a half a stack of sticky pistons, and I've got them laid out here, and the general idea is going to be my walkway coming out of the mouth will be hidden under the water and will pop up, and that will also leave this area here in the middle to hold boats so that they don't end up getting pushed by dolphins way out there in the middle of the water. And let me head on down underneath here. I've hollowed this area out pretty good and sort of made my way around it. And I slapped this lever down. That's actually a good tip I was thinking about when I did that. My inventory was completely full, and I started digging some stuff here, and then I realized my inventory was full. So I didn't want to run off and get out of here and find a chest. So I had this one lever, and I placed it down, freeing up a spot of inventory, and I came back now to retrieve the lever. It's a pretty good tip that you can use. If you have, anything like a lever or just one of something in your inventory you can place, you can free up a spot without actually losing anything. So, yeah, that little tip aside, what I was going to do here is basically I want all of these to be controlled with a single lever, and that's going to be kind of a challenge with all of these pistons. But I was watching a video by Generic B one day, and he pointed out a better way than what I was doing to wire these up. If you take like this and place your redstone on them, and here's my torches, and you place your torches down here like so, when you send a signal into this, yeah, I just put that lever away. Seems like you always put away the one thing you actually need. But anyway, you send a signal into it, and it will affect the pistons there. So that's a much simpler way to wire these up than the horrible mess I was trying to do in my test version of this. So basically, I just need to put a torch underneath every one of these pistons and have redstone wire running to them. And yeah, as you can see, this is going to be the first example of how I want my courtyard to be. Just kind of mirror the under courtyard, or I'm not sure. I need a cool name for this area down here. But what I'm gonna do is basically have all the redstone wiring down here exposed. Partly because I don't want to have to worry about cleaning it all up and making it look nice. But also because I think it will actually look nice being exposed in this place. I generally like to keep my redstone out of the way and looking nice, and just basically not visible. But you know, down here it's going to be like, you know, you won't see it in the main courtyard, so it will be like it's hidden. But once you're down here, it'll be, I don't know, kind of a different vibe going on. Let's see, I could do that like that, and yeah, I gotta put torches on all these. So basically, I'll just get back to you when I have all of these set up. Okay guys, that took a little longer than I expected, but I think I have everything wired up good now. As you can see, every piston has a torch under it, and a couple pistons were in an awkward place where I couldn't get a torch to it in this way, so I had to do this. I put a torch here directly under it and ran a repeater to the block. I had to do a repeater so it wouldn't, this torch wouldn't interfere with the signal, and in that way I've got them all hooked together here in the back, and I can hit this one switch and that pulls everything down. So that part's done. All I need to do is get this signal up here. Let me show you what I'm actually gonna do with this. Hop. There we go. I need that signal to come up to like this block, one of these blocks here. I could do a switch on one of these or a button on one of these. I'm not sure yet. I might end up doing a button with a T flip-flop. But anyway, the idea is, well, let me go ahead and get the blocks. I can put those in now. I'm going to use this mossy cobblestone, and all of this is going to be underwater, and I'm going to be able to sail in with my boat while this is all down, and park it right here in this middle section. Whoops. And then press the button or hit a switch, whatever, and it'll all pop up, and it'll basically just hold my boat in place. And also that will allow me to walk, you know, from the mouth into the tower if I want to exit. So it's sort of a multi-purpose thing. Remind me to put blocks in there. And here's what it looks like down. Let me run down here and hit this switch. And hit this switch. There we go. Alright, and there it is up. So I've got my nice walkways here. And I want that to also coincide with the opening of the eyes. When the walkways are down, I want the eyes to be crying, and when the walkway's up, I want them to turn off. So, just a little bit more wiring to do, and most of the wiring is going to be contained inside this tower. That's why I said it wasn't going to look like this for long. Yeah, let me go to bed first. I'm actually using the bed a little less than I had been. You know, I kinda chickened out and turned ogres off in the game, because I was really anxious about that. You know, creepers are one thing. I can deal with creepers, but ogres can pretty much see you through walls, and they do ridiculous amounts of damage, and I started to be scared for my things. So yeah, I chickened out a little and turned those off. You know, I don't know, it feels like cheating a little, but then again, a lot of people would say having a mod installed at all is cheating a little, and I'm gonna live with it. I am confident in my decision because ogres suck. You know, I might turn them back on for special occasions. Whatever. So, yeah, now I gotta figure this out. I wonder, let me see. Let me see what's actually behind these blocks. Well, that's inside this tower, isn't it? So I don't think I'm going to be able to use the buttons. Well, actually, I could use a button if I wired it up to there. Had that be the signal. Run that into a T flip-flop, which will power both the eyes and the walkway. I just have to maneuver the redstone. So, yeah, let me what do I need to do? One thing I do need to do is get up here and bust out some of this obsidian in the side here, so I can run wires into the side of the ender head. And you know, I don't think I mentioned how much of a pain it was to mine all the obsidian for this head. This is at least 2 stacks. I think it's like 2.5 stacks just in this of obsidian, and that yeah, that I basically put on some old Doctor Who episodes and sat and watched those with my finger held down on the button. So yeah, let me do a little work here, and let me show you what I come up with. Alright guys, I've got this wired up, as you can see. That lifts up my whole area, but I did run into kind of a problem. If I'm sitting here, as I would be in a boat, I can't actually hit this button. It's a little too far away, so I'm gonna have to work on that, maybe move it a little bit. But let me go ahead and show you inside here what I did. I, just brought this. This is where the button is. That comes down here to this T flip-flop. And, yeah, basically when you press the button, these pistons do this weird glitchy thing where they'll push it this way on one button press and push it back the other way on another button press. I've heard someone explain the reason for it, but I'm not going into that myself. It's just a weird glitchy thing. That is my best explanation. So when this weird glitchy thing takes place, basically, this block becomes powered by this torch that's underneath it, and that sends the signal, ow. Thank goodness for these boots. And yeah, let me get back up here. Use a little bit more dirt scaffolding. There we go. So yeah, when I press the button, this shifts over here, gets powered by this torch, and powers all of this. So all I have to do is wire that up to the top part, and it'll be done. And I guess I also have to figure out what I'm going to do about that button. I guess move it. Oh, another thing I'm going to have to think about is what I'm going to do to make this look nice. I mean, like I said, down here I want a lot of it to be exposed and for you to be able to see it, but I still want it to look kinda nice. Like, I've pretty much decided I'm doing all my redstone wiring on cobblestone, because I'm not using a lot of cobblestone in the design, so it'll be like it's a industrial material. It's something you can lay wires on, but it's also a little out of place. It's not, a common building material in the design. So, yeah. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do with this this area in here. I'm definitely just going to fill this whole section in, but the rest of it needs to look, I don't know, not so rough, just basically. So I had to stop in the middle of what I was doing to go cut down a tree, because I'm totally out of wood, and I need some more torches. And I thought it'd be an interesting time to show you what I've been doing. I've kind of been seeding this pine forest with normal and birch trees, because I just want it to be more of a mixed forest. Like, here where I live, I have a pretty good mixed forest. There's actually a lot less pine than other trees, but there's still quite a few of them around here. Get my axe. And I've been trying to cut down these weird tall trees a lot, like this kind and this one here, because I just don't like the way they look. They don't look enough like pine trees to me. And yeah, if you'll notice, I've changed a few of the textures in my texture pack recently, like the bottom and top of logs. I've taken the texture from Tropicraft and put it on the painterly outside, because I just like the sort of spirally. Alright, that's enough of that. And I also use Tropicraft cloth textures, wool textures, because I like the way those look quite a bit. You can also thank Generic B for that. He is very adamant about his love for the Tropicraft texture pack. I'm not a fan of most of it myself, but a few textures have now, bled their way into my own personal pack here.